Okay, nachdem es hier kurz pausiert wurde, gehen wir jetzt nochmal weiter labern, bevor wir in das Museum machen. War Museum,
1K.
oder?
What can I do for you?
Klar.
Woo. Inner peace doesn't come cheap. Come back when you've got 1,000 credits. So, something else perhaps.
Wie immer das teuerste.
For 20 credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see.
Aber ich habe eigentlich
Let
gar
me
keine
consult
Credits.
the algorithms. Oh dear. I'm afraid you're going to change the world. You will have a choice, but whatever you do, New
change it.
Jerusalem will never be the same again. I'm sorry it's not better news. Best
Wow,
not
du
to
bist
worry
so gut
about it,
wie
dear.
alle anderen
You just
Wahrsager.
do your best to have fun in the meantime. So, something else perhaps.
Ich meine, egal was ist, habe ich Neu-Jerusalem eigentlich schon
A very
massiv
popular
verändert.
choice.
Dadurch, dass ich da
Enhanced
bin.
sensory perception lets you distinguish sounds, shapes, and colors at greater distance. It's 10 credits.
Natürlich. Ja.
Okay, I'm updating your settings now. And hey presto, superhuman senses. Does the air taste fresher? Do you
No.
hear the birds chirping outside the door? And beyond that, the river bubbling through the dam.
Nope.
Nothing as in you're not impressed by the stat gains, or nothing as in I've accidentally erased your entire sensory system. Okay, few. I'll let you into a secret. You and I don't have fleshy appendages like our ancestors.
Oh
What
shit,
we can
Sherlock.
sense is mostly a function of where we direct our attention. Anyway, I hope you find something worth paying attention to. So, something else perhaps.
Monolog. Und ich hätte immer noch gern
That
was
one
für
comes with the
draußen.
following disclaimer. Internal monologue was discontinued as a default feature in new builds. Constant self-commentary is not recommended for all customers. But I can switch yours on for 10 credits if you're sure you want it.
Mhm.
As you wish. I'm uploading the new settings now. Do you
Buzz it
hear
up.
anything?
Why is she staring at me? I don't hear anything. I'm not sure this is working. Wait, no. This is new. I didn't used to think in words like this. It's like there's this little translator turning all my thoughts into some kind of ongoing narrative. It's kind of relentless. How do you make it stop? Do I just not think? I'll try that. Is it working? No! Still describing everything in words. This is starting to be...
A bit overwhelming, isn't it? I turned mine off long ago, but some of the older folk learned to live with it. Sure you want it? That's fortunate. Because we couldn't pull that thing out of you without taking half of you with it. It'll mostly run in the background. Just don't think about it too hard.
Wait, is this internal monologue me? Or some kind of virus? Am I a life form which learned to describe itself? Or a parasite which survives by providing a narrative service to its host?
Oh
Hold
je.
on, she's going to say something else.
So, something else perhaps.
Mhm.
Woo! Inner peace doesn't come cheap. Come back when you've got 1,000 credits.
Aber ich habe gar kein Geld und ich habe dir auch vorher nicht gegeben.
So,
Und beim
something
ersten
else
Aufenthalt hast du
perhaps.
zugegeben, dass niemand das Geld hätte und dass das ein Konstrukt ist
Please come back
von den
if you need
Tauschwerten und
anything
bla
else.
bla bla und dann hast du es trotzdem gemacht.
1K. What can I do for you?
What can I do for you?
For 20 credits, I can peer into... What a shame. For 20 credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see.
Mhm.
What a shame. I don't think he got enough credits for. So, something else? Please come back if you need anything else.
Aber ich habe gar keine Credits und ich kann keine verdienen, du dämliches Ding.
1K. What? Please come back if.
Ja, und Museum ist es. Na dann, rein da. In Babydrache. Ein Gold. Eine Figur aus Griechenland Rom oder so. Ein Sonnenkopfvogel.
Oh, 1K. What are you doing here?
Musst du Cornelius Fudge.
Ah, I assume it has something to do with your expedition? I must admit I
Vielleicht.
haven't been following the news. Sorry, been a little lost lately.
Because of?
No, not really. When you asked me what I would do now that my job is redundant, I don't know, I guess I hadn't thought about it. I had just focused on getting there. And after you left, it all just rushed over me. The truth is, I don't know who I am without this. Creating new life, guiding people into existence, that's who I am. More importantly, I think that's who I want to be. And if we stop growing, that's the one thing I can't be anymore. That's why I wanted to talk to Cornelius. He was there at the beginning. He knows where we came from. I thought he might help me understand where I could go next.
Eigene Aufgaben finden und insgesamt dir eine neue Beschäftigung suchen. Für das, dass du jetzt deine Hauptberufung gefunden hast, kannst du trotzdem immer noch ganz viele andere Sachen machen. Deine Werte, das ist ein Opfersymbol des Training.
Thank you, 1K. I
Immer
don't
schön
want to.
ermutigen.
I liked who I was.
Außerdem hältst du fest an
Who
deiner
I still
Vergangenheit.
Now, you said you were looking for Cornelius? Oh, that's... well, I suppose it shouldn't really come as a surprise. They were very close, you know. After she disappeared, he went away for a long time. On a research expedition, he said.
Für
To be
mehrere
honest,
Jahre.
everyone assumed he was working out his grief over being left behind. Many of the first companions were deeply shocked by her decision, particularly Byron. That's the thing. I wanted to talk to him about my future, but he wasn't responding to my messages. So I came here to talk to him, and he seems to have vanished.
Wobei mit dem einen oder anderen passenden Ding wäre das mir sonst so auch durchgegangen. Hast du denn zu Hause?
I did, on my way here. And I messaged most of his No. The truth is that for the I suppose so. It seems a little unethical, but then it is just his work terminal, right?
Ja. Aber da wird sowieso fast wieder alles gesichert sein.
Good luck
Also
with
sollte.
everything, 1K. And thanks for taking the
Oder er
time
ist so
to talk to me.
vertrauensselig, dass er nichts abgesperrt hat. Ui, also lila.
Dude, you're back from the island. I'm so
Yeah.
glad you're okay, dude. Especially after what happened to Byron. Lately, a lot of folks have been saying maybe that Byron dude is right after all. Like, maybe to really be excellent to each other, we have to build something new and bodacious. Don't know what will happen now that he's had that bogus accident.
Bestimmt hat er den kennengelernt.
Yeah, I come here all the time. He's a wise dude. I've asked him a lot of dumb questions and he's always taken the time to answer them.
Klingt doch gut. Und dann soll er mir meine dummen Fragen auch beantworten. Wieso er mit Erfina das Ding aufgebaut hat. Und mit... Wie hieß die nochmal? Melina nicht. Melanie auch nicht. Boah. Keine Ahnung. Haben wir sonst noch einen Troll, mit dem ich sprechen kann? Rätsel sind die gleichen. Bam! Yep. They stay the same. Schön, dass die das nur in der Gruppe genießen können. Okay, nachdem hier jetzt einmal quasi alles durch ist. Rein da in sein Tunnel. Hacking. Ende. Anfang Ende, okay. Da war schon absichtlich unklar. Benutzerprofil, ja. Goldrätsel als Mindest, ja. Schuss, ja. Externe Hilfe, Upload, ja. Hirnfragen, nein. IK-Vertrauen nicht entschieden. Auf Kelvin anwendbar, nein. Auf anwenden mit Noema, ja. Das heißt...
So this is what Cornelius was working on? Strange. It looks a bit like the blueprints for the Somnodrome, but no, it's not quite that. Is he trying to isolate something in the buffer? Maybe Melville can make sense of it, but I think this might be a dead end.
I need to finish up with the mayor. You can head back to the VTOL whenever you're ready. I'll meet you there. No rush, though.
Also ich muss mich total beeilen. Ich darf natürlich nicht. Mist. Oh. Vorsicht.
We must listen to the wisdom of the ancient writers, or we will fail the Founder's trial. The megastructure must be rejected.
Ja, so viel.
You are the Founder's chosen.
Yeah.
But you are in grave danger of going astray. Heed my words, 1K. If you fail this trial, a year from now, New Jerusalem will lie in ruins.
Wie ist mein
Anyone
Versagen
can see the
gestaltet?
truth if they are willing to open their eyes. Have you not read the books of our ancestors? In every one of them, the same story is told, again and again, that the pursuit of knowledge can only lead to death and grief. That is what all the great ancient visionaries foresaw. Listen to their warnings. Seek happiness in tranquility. And avoid ambition.
Gehen wir rein.
The very idea of a better future is what's rotten. That is what the ancients were trying to tell us. All the problems of the world come from those who think the world needs to be improved.
Das werde ich ihn nicht am Kopf haben, aber ich werde ihn auch nicht versuchen,
Things
recht zu
never
geben.
truly change. All we can do is prevent our hubris from making things worse.
Ja, aber wenn du etwas versuchst, nicht schlimmer zu machen, dann machst du ja automatisch etwas dagegen, dass es schlimmer werden kann. Und das ist ja auch eine Verbesserung. Das heißt, kurzum lebst du in einem Paradoxum, das du nicht haben willst, aber das versuchst du trotzdem zu erhalten mit dem, was du wiederum anders machst. Geil. Maschine 0, Bestand 1 oder was? Das ist nicht logisch, das ist nicht konsequent. Die müsste rumlaufen mit Error, 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 Error. Hm.
1K, could you join us for a quick debrief?
Nein. Na dann, gucken wir uns das Ganze an.
Attending today are advisors from engineering, the archive scholars, and Helga.
Yes, don't mind me. I'm just an admirer of governmental transparency.
Yes, well. While the mayor is briefed by Alcatraz, he's asked us to review recent events. Byron's loss has unsettled us all. It may be too dangerous to allow this expedition to continue.
Muss nicht tot sein. Wir können nicht aufhören.
It is all deliciously mysterious, isn't it?
Let's not forget the dam's falling apart. We can't depend on hydro forever. With just a fraction of the power that island can generate, we could grow this city into a planetary society.
Or, quite possibly, destroy ourselves in the process.
Wise words from one so young. Yet I submit that island holds secrets far more valuable than mere energy generation.
What could be more important?
Knowledge.
The Somnodrome, of course. If we could find a working model, it would herald a sea change in our moral and self-understanding. The question of how we should build New Jerusalem would simply be moot.
The Somnodrome was supposed to let us interact with our own subconscious code. It's a cool idea, but it wouldn't necessarily solve all our problems.
My own studies prove that we operate on an intrinsic moral logic. It's what makes us human. But our access to it is only indirect. Our ancestors created art, philosophy, and parable to help bridge that gap. The Somnodrome would help us to cut out the middleman and ask the source directly. We would finally have an answer to the great moral questions.
So, it's a newfangled way to make the same old mistake of judging who's good and who's bad.
We're fortunate 1K preserved the Somnodrome for our study. Initial data suggests it was a prototype with substantial design flaws. But there may be a working device elsewhere on the island.
Then the question is, what would 1K do if they found it?
Ich weiß es noch nicht.
No! This is much too important to decide on a whim.
But it's so much more fun when we're kept in suspense. You all sound so sure of what's best for this city. Do you ever think you might be so busy changing the world for the better, you'll forget how to see that it's perfect already?
Ist ein Punkt.
So clearly there are different perspectives in the room. The only way we are going to move forward is if the team gets back out there.
Korrekt.
1K, I believe Alcatraz is waiting for you at the VTOL. We'll be keeping an eye on your stream from here.
Immer ein paar Leute, die den Stream gucken, auch wenn es nur Maschinen sind. Nein, also ich bin echt gespannt, was dann da am Ende rauskommt. Grundsätzlich ist die Entwicklung gut. Ah.
What can I do for you, 1K?
Kommst du neu mit?
They all sound very promising, of course. Apparently, it's possible to just magic things into existence now. But
Möglich?
what is the
Ja.
cost, 1K?
Ja,
There's
das ist eine der
always a
Fragen.
cost.
Und wir müssen vielleicht versuchen, noch den Knirsch noch zu retten.
We can't just leave one of our most important citizens in that death trap.
Der hat sich aber auch selbst dahin begeben.
It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
Hätte er lieber zu dem Zeug geguckt, was ich vielleicht damit gemacht hätte, oder hätten sie mich opfern lassen? Anstatt, weil ich meine, ich habe ja das jetzt schon ein paar Mal durchgehabt. Durch verschiedene Arten und Weisen, aber warum sollte er es sich überlasten und dann, naja.
No, he's just concerned for our safety. And he's right to be. But we're going back anyway.
Great trials lie ahead of you, my child. But your choices will determine the future.
Tun Sie das.
Melville, are you receiving?
Yep. Welcome back to the mysterious island, everyone.
Hast du was rausgefunden?
How's the situation?
Whatever Byron did seems to have sent the whole system into some kind of lockdown. I can't access any of the terminals, although I suspect 1K still could.
Why would that be the case?
Weil er schon
When
verbunden
1K
war.
connected to the data stream, the system assigned him a user profile. The rest of us are locked out, which means I'll need your help, 1K, because a lot of stuff doesn't seem to be working.
Okay. Check it out and see what you can fix. But please remember, what matters most is finding Byron.
Die Rettungsaktion ist sehr wichtig, aber es ist auch wichtig, Fortschritte zu machen. Wenn wir Byron retten sollen, warum fliegen wir nicht rein und versuchen da einen Access Point zu machen? Oder ist es von außen besser, erstmal die Sachen zu finden? So, welche Türme darf ich denn aktivieren? Schon wieder. Pelem, pelem. Oder meinen Sie damit schon mal den dritten Bereich? Oder? Level, also. Mhm. Ich komme nicht weiter. Welche 3 Türme soll ich denn aktivieren? Ich gehe erstmal zu der Schwebebahn. Schwebe. Blum. Korrekt. Die nächsten 3 Türmchen. 1, 3, 1. Ich nehme natürlich 1.
1K, I'm sending you a little software upgrade I put together that should allow you to detect which files will lead to a data stream overload. Unfortunately, I'm not doing this to help you avoid them. In fact, I'm gonna need you to search for more. I'm sorry about that. But if we're going to unlock all the systems that aren't responding, you'll have to connect to the data stream. Possibly more than once. It's the only way for me to get access.
Kein Problem. Ich hätte sie trotzdem genutzt, auch wenn du mich davor gewarnt hättest. Gut. Damit.
All right,
In this area, there seems to be a problem with the machine that makes the tetromino bridges. That means you can solve the puzzles, but you can't activate the tower. Look for a lab that lets you connect to the data stream.
I already found it.
Das wird
I'll send you
wahrscheinlich
the coordinates.
Fantasy-mäßiges. Okay, alles klar. Damit bin ich hier mal und das nächste Mal wird dann hier dieses Gebiet gemacht. Das nächste Folge. Ciao.